must every generation teach the next generation. The importance of staying in school and getting an education is very crucial. As a person, you have to know it. You have to have an education in order to prosper financially, socially, and if you weren't able to read or write, you couldn't do anything. And you can't compete. In America, is all about competition. Without education, you can't make money. You can't live with an education because you'd be unable to read or write. Without education, you wouldn't make as much money as someone with an education. Studies go to say that people without an education don't make as much money as people with an education, along with their degree. I found a quote from flexjobs.com. People with college degrees, census shows, generally earn more money over the courses of their career.
People without a degree or an education also can make enough money, if not more money, than someone in school with an education. Ninja, a professional gamer, went to school until his junior year of high school, decided to quit school and play video games so he could make money. He now earns $500,000 a month, $550,000 from Twitch, $3.5 million a year from endorsements. This brings his total to $16.1 million a year, quote from techiegamers.com. Without an education, you wouldn't be able to, So it kind of goes both ways.
I mean, without an education, you wouldn't be able to read or write. Most people learn to read or write when they're about 5 to 6 years of age,
which starts in about preschool or kindergarten. And if people aren't educated and didn't go to school, they weren't unable to read or write. This is a quote from readingrockets.com. With teaching, children typically learn to read at about age 5 or 6. Speaking is something you learn in preschool or as a baby.
I mean, this also could be false because you learn by speaking to someone about teaching you how to read or write or about your problem. They will simply teach you. I pulled a quote off of YouTube from a teacher.
Yeah.
If you are an adult or you are a teacher teaching adults and you do not know how, of course, to read or write, it's something you could learn. You need to learn, and we all know it's more difficult to read or write when we get older, but it's certainly not possible or not impossible. You can't live without an education. I mean, like, if you didn't have an education, you wouldn't know what you're eating. I mean, that's like, you know what I'm talking about? Because when you eat, you definitely think about the food or something new, like maybe like a new song that you learn, like you'd have to think about it. And if you had an education, you'll have more opportunities and choices in life. I mean,
well, like John said, every day we all learn something new. That's just part of life. Not as just studies, what is included in education, but what if you just need it with everything, like shoes, socks, like you need education to do all that stuff. If you want to pay for your shoes and have money, you got to be able to count the money. If you want to be able to know what store you're at, you got to be able to read the store sign.
And if you want to go to college and all that, you have to have an education. If you want to be successful in life, you have to have an education. Without an education, you can't make money.
You can still technically live without one, but
it's just really hard.
That's just very difficult. It's just 1 in a million. Some people get lucky like that, but I promise you're not one of them.
That's like 1 in a million.
That's like 1 in a million. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You could get up to 35 jobs without education, but those jobs don't make money. I promise you. And you still be able to maintain a pretty normal life, but you don't want a normal life. You want a great life, and you need to go to school every day.
And plus, if you want your kids to be good and stuff, you want all your kids to be successful, you might as well get an education and all that.
Yeah, so get your education or you're going to fail.